Hello guys, LifeHackster here, and today we are going to review and check out the Reolink Argus Track, a 4K dual lens, wireless, battery, and or solar with auto zoom tracking Wi-Fi security camera. Its design is pretty innovative but has some limitations which I'll tell and show you later on. Also, thank you Reolink for sending me this Argus Track to be reviewed. This is a dual lens camera. The wide lens records in 4K quality, 3840 by 2160 pixel resolution at 15 frames per second, and has a 105-degree horizontal and 55 degrees vertical field of view. The zoomed-in lens records in 1080p at 15 FPS with a 43-degree horizontal field of view and 25-degree vertical. So this camera outputs two channels, the wide one as is, but the second one has the auto zoom or hybrid zoom and uses both lenses. When it zooms out, it uses the wide lens, and when it zooms in, it uses the telephoto one. And in between, the software uses a digital zoom. So the second channel is a combination of both lenses. If you're familiar with the Reolink Track Mix, this is the same. This is also a pan and tilt camera with a 355-degree pan, which I can tell you on how this is designed. Most of you will not use this full range, and I'll talk more about this later in the video. And it has a 50-degree tilt. This is dual band Wi-Fi 2.4 or 5 GHz. This has a rechargeable 4800 mAh capacity battery, and because this is recording in 4K plus the 1080p channel, and this also tracks, the solar panel is a must for this camera. It has spotlights 295 lumens bright for color night vision, which in my testing has some issues. And you will see this also later on. But it also has infrared night vision if you prefer. This records locally to a microSD card inserted on the camera itself, up to 128GB card. And it has Reolink Smart Detection and is weather resistant and is compatible with Google and coming soon for Amazon Echo devices. Inside the box, you will get some paperwork and you will get the mount, which is plastic. Also a strap if you want to install this without screwing it in. A short USB-C cable, mounting screws and plastic anchors, and a reset pin. And we have the camera itself, which looks like one of those little robots. And I asked in the community post who or what does it look like. My kids say it's Wall-E and some say it's Eva. But it seems like when Wall-E and Eva have a baby. And we have the Argus Track. We have the wide-angle lens, zoomed lens, light sensor, stylus light, mic, infrareds and spotlights, and the bottom here we have the PIR sensor. On the back, we have the speaker. We have the screwed-in cover which houses the on and off switch, microSD card slot, and the reset hole. And the bottom here, we have a rubber flap that covers the USB-C port. Time to set this up. Open up the Reolink app, click the plus sign, scan the QR code which is on the back of the camera. Wi-Fi not configured, turn the camera on, click next. This can connect to either 2.4 or 5 GHz Wi-Fi. Type in your Wi-Fi's password, and it will generate a QR code that you need to show the camera. Create a device password. Name your device, and it should be connected. Time to install this, and this is one of the limitations of this camera. This is designed only to be installed in a wall or vertical install. No ceiling or under the eaves. And when installed in a wall, its panning range is going to be limited. But I think the most ideal use case of this is in a pole type install. So it will make use most of its 350-degree panning range. But for my testing, I'll be installing this where I usually test Wi-Fi cameras. Screw in the mount using the two included screws. Align the bottom grooves of the camera to the mount and turn to secure it. Then screw in the bottom screw to lock it in place. Let's check the settings in the app. When you open up the Reolink app, you will see the not connected snapshot. Click on it to get to live view, which does load up. Okay. In here, you can pause the live view, listen in, take a snapshot, or record the live view. On top, you can manually trigger the siren, turn on the spotlights, and on the bottom, you can start two-way talk, which is full duplex. PTZ to manually move the camera. Left, and going to the right, and you'll see that occasionally you will notice that the camera is not responding, and you will get this device disconnected prompt. I have these popped up multiple times during my testing. You can also adjust the speed of the camera, and next you can set the monitor, guard, or the home position. This is where the camera will go back to after tracking. Then we have presets. You can have up to 32 presets, like to the shed. And I've noticed there is some lag in the feed. Now, as to the playback, if you want to download the full resolution footage, You have to go to the specific camera channels by clicking here. The first is the wide angle lens, and when you click playback and make sure it is set on high, when you download, when it says clear mode, you're getting the full resolution. If you download for the main 2 channel streams, you might not get the full resolution. Click the gear icon for the camera settings, battery level, display, and I'll just show you that the wide lens records in 4K and 15 FPS. PIR motion sensor on or off, and you can adjust the sensitivity. On detecting alarm, you have non-detection zones, sensitivity, smart detection, and you can adjust the sensitivity of each, persons, vehicles, and or pets. Auto tracking on or off. Tracking type, you can pick any or all of them. Tracking method, which I use digital tracking first, then pan and tilt, less jerky movements. And you can also limit the tracking range and also schedule it. Camera recording, and you can pick which one you want to record. And the same thing with push notifications. Well, time to do some testing.
So this is the video and audio quality of the Reolink Argus Track. And video clarity test at 10 feet, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, So this is the video quality of the Reolink Argus Track at night, and this with the 2 spotlights turned on, and this one looks like at 10 feet, 15, 20, 25, 30.
When I'm testing tracking at night, I noticed that the camera tends to lose me when the spotlights are on. I initially thought it is because of the glare from the spotlights reflecting on the eaves. So I repositioned the camera and retested it, which unfortunately it still loses me. And it does this about 50% of the time.
So this is the video quality of the Reolink Argus Track at night, and no spotlights, just the 2 infrared LEDs. And this is what it looks like at 10 feet, 15, 20, 25, 30.
With this mode, tracking works without issues, both in my testing setup and also when I installed it in a pole. We are going to test the motion alert notification speed of the Reolink Argus Track, and I'm on my 5G cellular network. So let's check it out. Now, Reolink battery cameras have a little bit of delay on the notification. There you go. There's no snapshot preview, but when you click on it, it should open up the live view. Not bad. All right, so it's 12:11 and it's less than a minute. So let's see what the notification and recording cool off, if there's any, on the Reolink Argus Track. And some delay on the notification. Not bad though. Cool. So you'll get a notification and recording again. All right, so we are going to test the maximum detection distance of the Reolink Argus Track, and this is a PIR censored camera, so I'd set the sensitivity to the highest and person detection only. Let's check it out. 40 feet. Not at 40 feet. Let's go 35. Not at 30. No, actually, it's 35 then. All right, so now we are going to test how soon the Reolink Argus Track is going to start recording when motion is going towards it. For multiple person tracking, it will stick and follow the first person that was detected. All right, so now we are gonna see and listen in if there is some panning noise with this Argus track. Yep, there's definitely some noise. I can hear it. Now, how about when it tilts? I could barely hear it. There's some, but not a lot.
This is the audio quality coming out from the Reolink Argus Track. This is the audio quality coming out from the Reolink Argus Track.
Well, what do you think? Now, video quality is pretty good, and this is like the track mix, the same dual lenses and hybrid zoom. I like that it is compact and smaller than the track mix, but the design itself has limited installation options. Installing this close to an overhang or under the eaves will cause reflection glare at night. And if you're able to install it inverted, it has limited tilt, so it can only be installed right side up. Also, because it can only be installed in a wall, then most likely you will not use its full 355-degree panning range. At time of testing with the spotlights on, its tracking is unreliable. And my overall experience in the app is really not that great. It is not as responsive like other Reolink cameras, and it will have this occasional device disconnected prompt pop up. Reolink can improve in this, but I think this design is more suitable for pole installs or I guess in a corner wall, so at least it can pan more than 180 degrees on one side. Anyways, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching.